Recording in progress.
All right. Hey team, welcome. Thanks for being here. I know lots of other people are popping on, and I will be hopefully recording this and hopefully it goes smoothly. So yeah, I just want to do a quick intro, kind of how I know Katie and Monica. So they are my uplines and your upline. So Katie's my sponsor and then Monica is hers. And how we kind of connected was, I think it was 2013. Katie, right, is when we met. And then I think Monica and I met in 2014. So we were part of another network marketing company. And that's how we met. And that's kind of how we reconnected. I missed that community feel. And so when I joined Zaya, I joined Katie because I knew it would help Monica out. And I always thought, like, I didn't know what I was going to do with this business. But I'm like, if anyone can figure this out, it's Katie. So I want Katie to lead the way, lead her team. And as you guys know, she's been absolutely amazing along with Monica. I do want to do a quick plug for, she's got like a leader in network marketing training. So if you guys are not part of that, it's absolutely free to us because we're part of her team. I would highly, highly encourage that. I'm working with a couple other business coaches. I'm almost done with that. So then I'm going to pop into Katie's training. So maybe she can plug that link on how to sign up for that. Because if you're not part of it, personal development is huge when you're growing this business. And she knows exactly what she's doing, and she's kind of leading the way and showing the steps. So I will leave it at that. So I think Katie and Monica are just going to do a little short story, like their Zaya story, and then they will kick off the call. So thank you guys so much for being here.
Hi guys.
Hello, thanks for having us.
Thanks, Sherry. It's good to see you guys. It's a big deal getting on these calls. We know that you have already had a full day either at your other job or with kids. Nikki, you still have kids awake. Some of you probably have them in the background. It's not easy. So congrats for doing the work and being on this. This really shows that you're invested in your business, and we're glad you guys are here. So should we just share our story with them? You want to go first?
Or you can, I like it when you tell it. You can start.
Okay. So Monica's here because we live just right down the street from each other, and it's so nice to be able to do these calls together. Having a person, an accountability person, like we were just sitting here before the call talking about how we're going to get our 3 reps this month. That accountability is everything. So if you haven't found a buddy in this business, this is just a little plug for the importance of having somebody you can do this with. Even if maybe you have a best friend who hasn't joined you yet, talk to her about doing it with you. It's so much more fun with friends. Okay, so let's see. We just celebrated our 4-year anniversary. Anniversaries 2 weeks apart. 4 years ago, Monica was still in another MLM. She was kind of on her way out, but she's a really loyal person, and I think she needed an out and didn't really have one. So she was sort of like trying to get out, wasn't 1 foot out the door. I was coaching. I was doing health and fitness coaching on my own, and we were both group fitness instructors. So we lived in activewear, and I was part of a online women's networking group for health and fitness coaches, and somebody, Lindsay Holsey, was in there. We knew each other in the industry, and she posted about this little activewear company called Zaya, and it was just so cute how she shared, and I think she's really good at sharing this way still, and we should share this way too, which is just like, you guys, I just heard about this company. I know nothing about it. I don't know what I'm doing, but it sounds really cool, and I think we should do it. So I'm going to do it. Does anybody want to do it with me? So I messaged Monica right away because she was such a Lululemon fanatic. Every birthday, Christmas was all about not just Lulu, but activewear in general. So I was like, you should totally do this. And she was really interested. So,
but I was really interested, but I did not jump on it like that moment because I was a Lulu lover, and I was like, all I could think of was LuLaRoe.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
LuLaRoe?
I cannot do those leggings. Like I just was like, that's all I didn't know anything about the company. There was nothing out there yet. They were only 6 months old. So that was my biggest fear. So I didn't jump on it right away, but then I did some research behind the scenes a little bit. And I remember we were at Starbucks
For your birthday.
for my birthday in the drive-thru, and I was like to Katie, you know what? I think I want to set up a call with Lindsay Holsey, and I want to talk about this a little bit more. Like I can't get it off of my mind. And so we set up a Zoom call with Lindsay, and I just remember being on that call with her, and she was really honest. I mean, she was like, I don't know anything about this company.
If you guys want an upline who knows something, that's not me.
That's not me. So, so anyway, I had messaged Saya and got my questions answered, and I just was like, I'm going to do this, and I jumped in without ever trying the clothes at all. Got my starter kit, fell in love with the light and tights. Immediately called Katie and was like, okay, these are the real deal. And you were like,
that was really exciting.
yeah, Katie was really excited, but she still wasn't, she still was just like, well, I'm going to just do it, but I'm not going to really do it. I'm just going to add it to my health and fitness business and wear the clothes, take some pictures.
And I had to wait for the income to buy the kit because it was like $600.
Yeah, it was.
So I was like, okay, I'll get it. And 2 weeks later, I got the kit.
And then I just remember we were about a month in, maybe a couple. And when we started, the rep number, I don't know how we even figured it out, but there was some call or something, and they were talking about there being less than 1,000 reps. Or we had those, back in the day, they had the states, remember? And they had how many reps were in each state.
They would email out a map. They'd be like 3 in Wyoming.
4 in
Sherry, you
Illinois.
probably remember this
Yeah.
because it was like, you contacted me when there was you wanted to do the first one in Minnesota.
And
That's
so
right.
we were,
Yeah,
I was looking at that map and I was like, this doesn't make sense. Like our rep numbers, mine was 1301 or 1303 and yours was 1363 or something like that. And I was like looking at this map and I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Like how the numbers don't add up. So we messaged Megan.
Yep.
I think it was Megan. And we're like, hey.
The only customer service person.
And she was like, oh no, you're rep number 303 and 363 in the entire company. We had to put a 1 in front of it because our computer system had to start at 1,000. So then we were like, okay, let's do this.
Isn't that funny? Because 300 and 1,300 are the same.
Right.
But in our minds, it did kind of click.
We're one of the first reps in this company.
Yeah.
And so that is when we were like, let's do this together.
Let's do it.
Let's just do this. Let's make a team. Let's do it together. And and the rest is history. 4 years later, and now we have over 4,000 on the team. And it is just every day we are just so grateful and it just feels so blessed. And like I always say, it's like pinch me because this just seems too good to be true, you guys. In 4 years, we've both made over $500,000 in 4 years selling activewear. And really your first couple years, obviously your paychecks aren't very big yet because you're just now growing your team. So really in the last 2 years is when we made $500,000 and it was Zaya, over $500,000 with Zaya.
This business is so, like, the exponential growth, it's hard to explain. And for most people, you kind of have to, you feel like you've got to see it to believe it. But I am telling you, it's like you're going to be going along and you're like, normal, it's normal. And then something happens. And I don't know what that number is. There's not really a magic number, although I will say
100.
We found out. Yeah, when you get to around 100 people on your team, that's when the exponential growth factor really is applied to your paycheck and your team, and it just kind of explodes. But I was just thinking today, I had a meeting with a new rep, and on the way to meet with him, I was thinking about how I hosted a party this week, and I was running this week, and I checked my email. Did you know you can check your email?
I don't know how you do it.
So,
I cannot.
And I was
I'm
like,
dying when I'm running. I'm not checking email.
I was like, oh my God, I got an order. And then I thought, this is amazing. I'm running, making money. That's the simplicity and the magic of this business, is that you can literally make money while you're not trading hours for dollars, which is why our industry is so incredible. But you have to do the work to get the party so that you do that, right? And so it's like the you know, the quote or the wisdom that, you know, a rising tide lifts all ships, but your boat has to be in the water. So my boat was in the water, so I got a sail when I was running. But if your boats aren't in the water, you're not going to benefit from that. The ability to earn money while you're not, you know,
working the business.
yeah, you can make money literally while you're sleeping. And the more people on your team, the more money that you will make while you're sleeping.
And honestly, that is how we make our money. I mean, that is where those huge paychecks come. They're not from our commissions. You know, we both aim for that $2,500 every month, but we are not, you know, selling $10,000 in activewear. It's, you know, it's the team that is where our paychecks come from. And that's why we are just so grateful for all of you awesome reps that we have on our team. So, all right. So that's wow. We took a lot.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. We kind of rambled on.
We got
all worked
excited.
up. So we're going to talk about October. I just want to briefly touch on the leaders and achievers. You guys, this is something that everybody on this call can get to, which I love. And when we decided to design this retreat, we wanted to make it so anybody on the team could be there, whether you'd been a rep for just a few months or if you had been a rep for 4 years. You all had an opportunity to get there. It wasn't just going to be for our higher ranks, which that is what made the retreat so special.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
You know, those newer reps learned from the veteran reps, and actually the veteran reps learned from the new reps to see how they were doing things. So, but it was just a really intimate setting. There was, 16, 17 that we had there. But it was such we rented a mansion in Chicago. We had a chef. We had a yoga instructor come to the house. We did training during the day. Katie and I did one-on-one training with all of the people that were there. We had a night scheduled down at Navy Pier. Didn't quite go as planned, but that's okay because we made the best of it at the house. We all got to hang out. It was just so much fun, so many laughs, so many memories, and we are just like so pumped to do it again.
And so much growth.
So much growth.
The ladies that were there
Yes.
took off. It was so exciting
and
to
it's
watch.
still fun to watch them now. It's like they're
like leaders.
still killing it.
They've stepped into that role.
And it's fun to know them now and know their personalities and be able to cheer them on, because they're just, everybody there was just everybody was just great. The culture was just awesome. Everybody got along great. It was just such a fun experience. So this year we are changing it up. And we are going to Arizona. We're making it a little bigger and better. The house that we've already rented is amazing, with a pool and mountain views. And
in the winter, we'll get to be warm.
Yeah, it's going to be warm. February. It's the first weekend of February. Again, we'll have a chef. We'll have some activities. We'll have lots of trainings, more one-on-one training.
Photo shoots.
Yes. So super excited about that. We're going to extend it a little bit. Maybe hopefully most people can get there earlier in the day on Friday, so we can have more training on Friday, Saturday, and then everybody will leave on Sunday. But we are getting the house Thursday, so we'll be there and be ready for everybody's arrival. The only thing we did change, besides where we were having it, was the qualifications. If you're a new rep, you won't know this, but if you're a rep that's been around for a while, to try to qualify for Zaya's promo trips, we're kind of basing it off the point system like they did. So our leaders, you have to rank advance to double Zaya exec in October, November, or December to just automatically qualify for the trip. If you are a current double Zaya exec, then you need to hold that for 2 of the 3 months. For the achievers, we are taking the top 10 point earners, and we say the top 10, but this time, we took the top 10, but there were some people that couldn't come, so then we would move down the point list. So just because you don't qualify right away, there's still a chance, so don't give up. But we are giving points for new enrollments. You'll get 2 points. The $2,500 in volume, you get 4 points. If you get the 3x25, which we still have 1 more month left of the Gold Diggers Challenge, so keep that in mind. If you hit that, then you'll get an extra 5 points for that. And then another thing that we're doing is rank advancement bonus or points. So if you rank advance to junior rep, that's 3 points, senior rep 6 points, directors 8 points, senior director and above, you're going to get 10 points. And then if you help somebody on your first level rank advance, you're going to get an extra 3 points. So that is also something to strive for. By helping your team, you'll get points. So Katie, we're putting together a Google form to keep track of your points, and we're just going to ask that by November, probably 5th, that you have that filled out so we can keep all of our numbers in order and get the spreadsheet figured out and be able to check those numbers and stuff. So that is definitely something to strive for, you guys. It is an amazing experience. You will learn so much. You will come out.
Will elevate your business.
Yes, it's just.
Do you guys have questions on that?
Yeah.
If you do, just type them in the chat. But yeah, we're in qualifications for that now. So let's see. What else?
Do you want to talk about just pushing into this huge month?
Yes. Okay, so we're in the final quarter of 2021. Insane. This quarter is set up like this. October is going to be the biggest month in this quarter. So this is the month where we really encourage you to fill your calendar, book those parties, put yourself out there, add people to your team. Really know that it's a push month, meaning you're going to probably be tired. You're going to be on these types of calls. You're going to be, you might be up late or up early talking to people and trying to get your work done for the day. But treat this as a push month because this is the month with the big energy. Not only do we have seasonal change, the temperatures are changing, but people are getting ready for Christmas, believe it or not, and they're starting to think about those gifts. Also, they're in the mood for something new, right? Like the change of seasons is a great time for people to make changes in their lives, whether it's starting fitness, programs or starting a new business. So lean into that energy this month. November will start heavy like October, and then you guys know around Thanksgiving it's gonna slow way down. People are busy, and that's. Then you'll have a little pick-me-up around Cyber Monday, but it's really it's a slower month towards the end of the month. And then December, you'll have the first 10 days or so where people are still buying gifts, probably not as many people joining your team at the beginning of the month. Then it'll be quiet and slow for a few weeks. And then usually after Christmas, you'll see people back on the grid. Some ready to join you because they're like excited for something new, some ready to shop, but basically it's going to go like this, like October, November, December, a little bit. Okay, so it doesn't mean your business is going to tank. I just really want you to lean into the month that's going to have the biggest impact, and that's October. And here's the thing, if you really focus on this month being a push month, guess what? You have those new customers that are going to come back to you in November and December. If you add teammates this month, you have their parties that they will host in November and December. So building your business, you benefit. What you do today benefits you 6-8 weeks down the road. So just consider that as you're planning your fourth quarter. This is a big push month.
Yeah, and if you push really hard in October, then when the holidays come,
Yes.
you can kind of, you don't feel guilty for not working your business all the time. It's like you enjoy your family and your children are home, and
yes, it's so nice.
And it's just we know that the business kind of, like Katie said, it's October and then it's going to start going down. So you don't freak out as much, I don't think. And
Right.
if you know that you pushed really hard in October and you gave it all that you had, I just feel like we just feel good
Yes,
coming into November.
you're not fighting it.
Yeah.
I had the best December of my life last year. Did you?
I think December was pretty good for me too, which we weren't expecting.
No, not because our business exploded, but because we planned ahead and knew that it would be a little quieter and knew that we weren't going to work as hard in December, and it was so nice to just enjoy it. And we want that for you guys too.
And then the strategic planning in December was nice too, because we kind of planned out how our next year was going to look. And I think that planning is just huge for your business, and knowing and and planning for these push months and
Yes.
and
So like we knew ahead of time, and if we would have had this call 3 months ago, we could have said ahead of time, October is going to be a push month. So when you do strategic planning, like in December for the following year, you know which months are going to be big. It's going to be March. It's going to be April and May. It's going to be a little quieter in the summer, and then it's going to be September and October
Yeah.
or whatever. But proper preparation prevents poor performance. That's what our coach.
I'm pretty impressed. I remember
I pull that out like once a week.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
yeah.
But really, if you prepare, to have a big month, and then you prepare to have like a more relaxed month, it's awesome. It's just
And it's not too late to plan for October. I know we're not even halfway through the month, but I just set up, I'm going to have at the end of the month, like a Halloween themed party.
fun.
So just a multi-hostess like Halloween party, like that Thursday through Sunday. You would be shocked how much
Nuts.
growth you can have in that short amount of time if you get a bunch of people together, all rallying. Again, you have a ton of engagement in the party because there's so many reps.
Yes.
People are commenting and posting, and you do some giveaways, and you'll be surprised. And like I said, you could plan a couple of those still, and you have
Yes.
plenty of time. So don't be like, well, we're already halfway through the month. No, there's still a lot of time in the month that you can get those on the books. Start working tomorrow and get
Yeah.
them scheduled.
Yeah, if you spend an hour, messaging people, you will book parties.
Mhm.
You just will. It's not about posting on social media.
Yeah.
That's one way, but that is a very small part of your business. It's the interactions behind the scenes. It's what people aren't seeing that's working your business.
And you got to believe that you can make it happen. Like that
Mhm.
self-belief and knowing or trusting that you can do it
Mhm.
and writing those affirmations and talking to yourself and cheering yourself on and pumping yourself up. It takes all of that, but it's possible and you can do it. You just have to have the right mindset to make it happen. So
We need to change our mindset for our
Yes, we
our
do. We
getting
had-
this promo this
we were a little freaked out going,
We're gonna-
oh my gosh.
We're going to change our mindset.
Yep.
We can absolutely do it.
Yes,
We're
yes.
going to do it.
We'll
Yes.
do it. We will do it. But
There's no other option.
um,
Okay, what else?
So-
I was just going to mention, so if you guys haven't heard training on the multi-hostess parties, last team call on last Monday, was about multi-hostess parties and yes days,
Yes.
which we'll talk about in just a second. But the team calls are housed on our website, so it's on FIA, and then it's under training, and then there's a whole section called team calls, so it's the last team call.
mhm.
And then yes days, I just did this for my anniversary, kind of.
Yeah.
I did it over a few days where you're offering like a big, well, I guess I did it differently. But a yes day is where you're offering a discount like every hour for a set amount of time, and people are commenting on the discount. And Charmaine talked about it, and she
Mhm.
sold $2,500 in one day. I did it over a series of days, and I sold $1,500. It was just, it's a great way to get clients in and customers in the clothes who haven't tried them before. And then guess what? You follow up with them about would you like to book a party? Have you thought about becoming a rep? Sometimes those people that are on the edge, they won't jump in without something like that.
Mhm.
So it's kind of fun to get them that way. And you're not losing any money. You're not maybe making a ton of money, but you're not losing any money that way.
And yeah, if you have a big sales goal in mind, like that is a great way to get those sales quickly.
Mhm.
And like
Yes.
2,500 in one day, like that's a lot.
Yeah.
But
And
that's awesome.
yeah, and then think about it. After you've gotten 2,500, you can work on getting your reps or mentoring your team or the other things you've got to do.
I think that is kind of all that we had. Do you guys have any questions or?
Yeah, we've got a few minutes if you guys want to type in the chat or unmute. Anything
Yeah, do you
wanna-
guys have any questions? Do you want to talk a little bit about Australia, Katie, and
Oh,
what
yes,
you're doing
sorry.
to help
I was
with
just gonna
that?
say, I think we forgot something, but
Australia. So I really think it's going to be coming in November. That's just the feeling I'm getting. Did you see
And
on
Jer-
Instagram?
No, I didn't see on Instagram, but I just when Jeremiah said 45 days,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of puts it
Mhm.
in November. Or I guess it could put it in January.
It
or
could. It could.
but-
And I literally have no idea. I'm a horrible secret keeper. If I knew, I would tell you. But there's a Zaya Active Australia account. Did you see it, Nikki? Yesterday, they posted, like, are you getting ready?
Oh, I didn't see that.
And so I thought, well, dang, if it's January, I don't
Yeah.
know. So here's the deal. I don't want anybody to have like FOMO with Australia. It's not like they're going to open and all the Zaya reps are going to take people and then there's nobody left for you. There are 30 million people there, so let's not have that mindset. However, I think it's really smart to start laying a little bit of groundwork now, so when they do open, you have a few follow-ups to do.
Mhm.
So my best advice to you is to make a post on your public page that's, hey, does anybody know anyone who lives in Australia? I'm happy to reward you for your referrals with a Zaya gift card. And guess what? You're going to get some random messages. And some of these people are not going to respond to you, but some of them are. And that's what you're looking for. So you can also do hashtags on Instagram and all of that. I personally think that's harder.
Yeah, I
And
think
it's more of a cold reach out if you are connected with somebody. So how I did it was I asked the person who had the referral for me if she could connect us. So she sent a message between me and this other person. So the person saw my message and we're connected. So now she's not a cold market anymore. She's kind of a warm market, lukewarm market. So that's my best advice to you. Another thing to do is just draft an email about what we do and start Googling, yoga studios in Melbourne and just start sending that email out. If you send 50 out and one person responds, you've got one follow-up when we open. So
yeah,
it's time to, think about that. Now, I think if you're still working really hard on what we've talked about and you've got a long way to go, focus on that now. But if you've got downtime, that's a good time to work on Australia. Yeah. I have that pegged on my week this week. Like tomorrow, I don't have a lot. So tomorrow I'm going to draft an email or something, So in your little downtime.
Yeah, I'm really working hard on the 3 reps and the 2,500 this month for my 3rd month. But then, I know Australia is definitely in the back of my mind because my goal, I would love to have like 3 people ready to sign up as soon as we open. I mean, that's like that's my goal. And I think it's a good goal because I feel like we know how big Zaya is here in the States and in Canada. I mean, it's going to be even bigger in Australia because they spend more money and they're way more active and they're going to love this stuff. So
I have a feeling that they're going to say yes faster than we do, but I don't know that they're going to work the same way.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
We'll see.
But I bet we'll get some fast enrollments.
Let's see. I'm just reading Grace's comment.
I don't think they haven't announced that, Grace. I would imagine the comp plan's the same. But no, we don't know like the price of the starter kit or anything like that yet.
Yep, not yet. I have one more thing. So can you talk a little bit, like a little plug about your like Leaders in Network Marketing, like platform, kind of how the team can, have that training?
So it's really not for those of you who are doing this for, a little bit of income. I mean, that's great. If you're here for a little bit of income, this is where we want you. We want you on these team calls. We're happy to answer questions on the side. But the program I created is called Become a Network Marketing Leader. So it's for those of you who want to make a lot of money with this. Anybody's welcome, but if you don't really have those huge goals, you'll probably not find that group very helpful. Because it's a lot about mentoring your team and that kind of thing. But it is a self-paced course with video modules of me. So if you don't like my videos, you should not sign up because you get a lot of me. It's only me. And it's video modules, and then there's a homework assignment, and then there's a Facebook group component where we do group coaching every 2 weeks. So you guys can find the link on my Instagram in my bio. You can sign up that way. But I mean, it is, if you have big goals and you have space in your bandwidth to add a little bit of training, I do think it's really helpful. But again, if you are barely keeping up with this kind of stuff, just focus on doing the things you need to do. That's like an extra thing if you have time for it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love that. I mean, I do things like that, like as my personal development, I do at least a little bit a day. And so that's where I squeeze in you know, like these team calls and like Katie's training or like my other coaches training. So
Yes.
let me see if there's anything else I wanted to say. Any other questions, guys? This was awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here, the two of you, and then the whole team, just to be here. And
What goals
I
do you
love
guys
seeing
have this month?
faces.
Type in
What was
the
that?
chat. I said, what goals do you guys have this month? Wanna
Well, you
type
know
them in the
mine,
chat?
the 25, 3 reps. I think it's Nikki too, right? Nikki and myself, we're going for that 5,000.
That's amazing. That's big money, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, wow.
Yeah, and even
Aw.
if you just do it for 1 month,
Hey,
yes,
Liz.
Liz. Yep, Liz too. For 1 month, guys, an extra $750. That's a
Yes,
lot of money. An extra
absolutely.
$750 is a lot of money.
Well, we're rooting for you guys. We want to see so many of you at Leaders and Achievers. We want to see so many of you with your names by the bonus. And really just, we want you to enjoy the fruits of this business that it can provide. And that means your boat needs to be in the water. So get your boat in the water. And
Awesome, Amanda.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yes. Earn that
Yep,
trip.
Amanda.
It's been pretty quiet, Nikki. Maybe
Well, thank you again.
referral program, Nikki.
Kayla, we would love for you to be there.
Yes.
Get it, Kayla?
Kayla, are you working on a rank advancement this fall? Yeah? Okay. We're cheering for you.
Yes, I am. I'm always trying, I'm trying, but it's a big one. So
It is a big one. It is a
Yep.
very big one. That's a big jump.
Yeah.
I think going from senior director to executive is a huge jump, and then the next one is where you're at.
Yeah, it's a big one. It's
So-
definitely a big one. So,
Mhm.
well, best of luck to all of you guys. We are just excited to watch you grow and just, let's finish October strong. And there's still plenty of time left. So get those parties on the books, get those multi-host parties, message your reps and have them do it with you. And the more the merrier.
Yeah, plenty of time left. I mean, I just keep messaging people until I get my sales. I just keep doing it until I get my reps. I mean, I don't stop until it happens. So definitely a push month for
Yes.
sure.
Big push.
Well, thank you so much, guys.
All
Yep.
right,
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll
All right.
talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye, guys.